toes and riding on a dope set of General Tires. SpeedFreaks, Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, Richie, Cole, and Cody. Big Johnson. This isn't a show, it's a takeover, no rules, no limits, just speed, smoke, and straight talk. Strap in, Freak Nation! This is SpeedFreaks and Horsepower Humpday!
We already won. Still got Black Rock. Where's the smoke at? Yeah.
Yes, Freak Nation, it is a Horsepower Hump Day with Crasher, Cole, Richard C. Suave, our good friend, the pilot of Air Freak Nation, Big Ass Cody back there behind the mic, and the snappy board that we freaking paid millions of dollars for this guy to learn. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as grasping that board, my friend?
I don't think I'll ever really get the full grasp of
I don't want you there. I'm just, where are you? You started out as a -6. Where are you now?
A -6, I'd probably put myself at like a 5.5.
All right, I'll give you that.
Wow.
It's not bad.
Probably.
No, get out of here. No, come on.
What's your skill level like, Rich? You ran this before I did.
Yeah, dude, I'm like an 8, bro. So that means you're a 9.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I don't believe that. I really don't.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's some props.
I don't.
Wow.
Come on, he was the main producer for a television program on Fox Sports 2 on Sunday night. You should get credit for that, okay? Come on.
Appreciate it, Richie.
Yeah.
Bueno.
And if you're not familiar with what the hell Richard C. Suave is talking about, we debuted on FS2, Fox Sports on FS2, Sunday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Again, Freak Nation, it was a debut on Sunday night that we kicked some freaking ass. We'll do it again every Sunday night throughout the season of motorsports here at the Freak Nation on FS2. Don't forget, we're on YouTube, Freak Radio Network, and podcasts, anywhere you get your podcasts. Yeah, Facebook, X, Instagram, and X. That's all on Sunday nights. But right here, you've got us exclusively on YouTube.
Wait, for the Podcast Nation, though, you were explaining this to me the other day because, I mean, I'm only a part of the show and I didn't even realize this. I'm not a big podcaster, but a lot of people are.
Yes.
Now, which we haven't been on before, we're now on Spotify?
Yep. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I believe
Wow.
Google Play. Yeah,
Wow.
wherever you get your podcasts from, wherever you stream them from, we're there.
So you just, honestly, sorry, you just go to the search bar and you type in SpeedFreaks.
Yeah, go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
Okay.
type in SpeedFreaks, and we're there.
I didn't know
That's
that.
it.
All right.
We have links in all of our
Simple as
bios,
that.
too, that'll lead you to those destinations.
There you go.
Are you guys, when you listen to podcasts, let me just tell you what I am. This is me on podcasts. I'll go to YouTube for my podcasts because they have the most limited commercials. Whether and I won't watch, but I'll just listen. My backup is Spotify and then Apple. But if I'm trying to get to sleep, I'll go YouTube because the intermittent commercials are few and far between.
Interesting.
What do you do, Cole?
There's no commercials on Spotify or Apple. Whenever we do them.
What the hell are you talking about?
I mean, I guess it depends on the show, but
Yeah,
like,
they're putting spots inside of our show, bro. How do you think we're making money?
well, you could still fast forward them on like Spotify or Apple. You could like fast forward the
yeah,
speed.
you can. Yeah.
But
Oh.
I don't think we're supposed to give away the tips and tricks.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean,
God, my residential here.
like with the Money Stop, there's no commercials on the Money Stop
Have
on
you listened to
Spotify
it?
or Apple Podcasts.
Then no
yes,
wonder-
I have.
No reason. No wonder why you can't afford a freaking lift back home, man. You got to make some money for all that work you and your brother put into.
I know. Yep, got to get those sponsors, shell out some cash.
Man, Richard C. Suave, what do we have coming up in this extravaganza, my friend?
Well, we do have a little bit of breaking news regarding Dale Earnhardt Jr., which we will get to in just moments.
Sure.
Because he broke the news himself. If you're on social media at all, Dale Earnhardt Jr. had a little clip he put out from his show regarding a possible future in the Daytona 500. Well, we have an update on that. But you gotta stay tuned. We'll get to that coming up in a little bit. But the big story of the week is the success and or non-success of a couple drivers in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, and I gotta make sure I get this right. the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
Job well done.
It's a mouthful.
One of the drivers in that series, too. So we
Nope.
got that coming up. And then we're going to hear a little bit from Alex Palou, too, the IndyCar champion.
Because we caught up with him yesterday at the IndyCar. What is it? The Unser Open Test.
Yes.
The Unser Open Test. We caught up with Alex Palou yesterday before the test, and then also after the test with the Baby Borg presentation. Finally, he and Chip Ganassi got their baby replica Borg. Hold on. Basically this, except unfortunately this arm just got crossed off. So basically this. They got their baby Borgs yesterday, except it's like this big instead. And Alex won with his face on it, which he claimed he had a big nose.
Yeah, I don't really understand that.
I don't understand
I don't think he had
that
a big
either.
nose. Like,
No. He says he has a pointy nose. Okay, it might be pointy, but that doesn't mean it's big. And then he
No.
said, well, it slopes outward. And whatever, dude.
well,
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Crash, regarding
Yes.
the Baby Borg trophies.
Yes.
It sounded like they normally give these out the same month or close to when the Indy 500 is.
No, Alex, I don't know why he said that last night. So, yes, we're up in the Ally Curve Suites last night after the test session for this presentation. And always, Borg Warner does it very nicely. They put on a nice dinner, open bar, media comes in, gets all the to-do, photographs, everything. And yes, he did. When he accepted his baby Borg, he said, I thought I would have had this closer to the month of May, winning the Indy 500. I think, though, what he meant was closer to this next month of May, because any baby Borg celebration that I've gone to has been in the month of May after they've won.
Oh, wow.
So typically around the road course race. So honestly, he should have been happy that he got it earlier than that. But yeah, it was a little misleading last night when he said that.
I was confused on that.
It's like, no, dude, you're getting it early. This is good. Put it up on your shelf. Brag to the wife. Brag to your baby, Lucia. Well, it's not a baby anymore. Lucia's what? 1, 2?
Didn't he say... Oh, no. I'm thinking of Austin Dillon. I don't even know.
All these damn
I was thinking 5.
driver-
I was thinking she was 5, but there's no way.
Oh, that's Dylan's oldest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, all these driver babies. And
We just ran through like 7 interviews the last 2 days.
We did.
Right? Yeah?
Alex Palou, Chip Ganassi, David Malukas, Austin Dillon, Noah Gregson, and Zane Smith.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
we just
6.
did
There we go.
6 interviews in less than
Holy
24
cow.
Yeah.
It was loaded.
We got the goods. We got the goods here on Speed Freaks.
Okay, so of the 6, what were your favorite?
Ooh, jeez. I mean, it's got to be Alex Palou. I'm biased. I'm a huge fan of the guy. He is the reason why I got really invested into IndyCar last season. And I just think he's a true champion, how he holds himself. And now being able to like converse with him one-on-one, I got that same feeling tenfold. Gave some really good stuff, too. Like we were talking about, he's so quick with his responses.
Very
and
witty.
I know we're going to have a little tease later on in the show. It is just, it's awesome. So stay tuned for that.
Being in person with him was way different than being on a Zoom, wasn't it?
Absolutely. And also, I mean, the Chip Ganassi one was really good, too. Just because the rapport that you guys have, Kenny and you, with Chip Ganassi is, like, awesome to watch. Like, the guy's a living legend. Yes. And the way that you guys are so close like that is awesome to see.
Yeah, and also, very sorry. I mean, we're just going to keep talking about this Borg Warner stuff before we go full NASCAR, because we had so much fun last night. But we also held up the show last night.
That's right. Yo, that was so funny.
And then we walk in, and Steve, who's on the mic, says, "Oh, finally, the Speed Freaks are here. Now we can get started." And I'm like, "Oh, embarrassing."
Well, Ganassi's face lit up when he found out that the freaking freaks were coming in, man.
Yeah,
He did. No,
He did.
that was really cool.
Badass.
Sorry, not sorry, I guess.
Yeah.
No, but it was cool hanging out with my IndyCar brethren last night. David Land, Joey Barnes, of course, Steve Shunk, Mike Levitt, in my opinion, one of the best photographers out there. So, yeah, that was cool. That was way cool.
And I wish you would let us show that shot that he caught of Tyler winning the race with the shrapnel behind
Oh,
him.
he sent it to me. Oh, I can't.
We can't do it now.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we'll drop
I'll
it
post
Sunday
it.
night.
Well, he doesn't do social media. And I'm like, you need to get credit for this picture. You probably
Right.
have the best finishing shot of this year's Daytona 500, and nobody has seen it yet. He's like, I don't do social media, though. I'm not going to do it. I'm like, yeah, but you work for Getty, for crying out loud. This should be up there. And Getty's not even putting it out there for you. And he's like, well, maybe you can post it and just credit me. And I'm like, okay.
All right.
Fine. Mike Levitt.
Richie, there are some stories here that I'd like to hit. Where do you want to go first? You want to break the Dale Jr. news first, or
Yeah.
we want to hold that?
We might as well.
It's out there on the internet, online. You can see it. So let's get into the Dale Jr. stuff first. Okay, so Cody, do you have it? Oh, you got everything loaded? We're good to go. Look at see 9 out of 10 job from Cody Big Johnson
Maybe that 5 is more like a 6.
behind the glass here. All right, well let's
Remember,
hear.
it can go down.
Sure can.
All right.
Just like helicopters, up and down, baby.
Hey.
You choose helicopters, I'd choose.
Yes. Okay. Let's go.
All right, yeah. So
All right.
let's hear
Exactly.
from Dale Earnhardt Jr. himself. He dropped this little nugget on his podcast this week, and it blew up the social media internet. From one little nugget that caught everybody's attention, and then I have an update for you following that. So here's Dale Earnhardt Jr. talking about maybe running the Daytona 500. Wink.
Amy told me I should run the Daytona 500 next year.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was like, what? We were laying in bed Sunday night after the race. She's like, you should just drive it next year. I'm like, hello? Sorry? What'd you say? Are you okay?
There's a lot of momentum in this sport.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Is it upstairs?
Oh, man, I don't know, was his
Yeah.
response. Amy said, Amy Earnhardt is pillow talking with Dale Earnhardt Jr. and saying, why don't you run the Daytona 500 next year? Okay.
Yeah.
You think Dale just pulled off his freaking underwear right there and just got to it? Oh my God! Let's go, baby!
I want to know
The
what.
best booty call he's ever had after that. After your wife turns over and says, "Well, it's like Rocky when his girlfriend or wife at the time said, what'd she say? Do it. Go fight.
Win.
Win. It's like when he says, go run. She says, go run the 500. Sorry, Cole. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I wonder what got her to say that.
I know.
Was it Allgaier leading the 500 for the first time in Junior Motorsports Cup tenure? Was it? I don't know what could have spawned that, but
Or just talking about, hey, Jimmy's coming back again.
I was going to say,
more.
hearing the news, I was a little confused because Jimmy's officially announced his retirement after the 500 next year.
Yes.
He's younger than Dale, so I was like, I can't see Dale running the 500 next year, being older than Jimmy Johnson, a 7-time champion who was going to run his last race in 2027. So that was kind of my initial reaction to it. But that being said, having Dale Jr. back on the high banks Daytona in a Cup car for JRM would be unbelievable for the sport.
I mean, the minute they announce it, tickets will be sold out within an hour.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let's just be honest.
Yeah, I'm sure. I wonder. I would like to get a little bug inside the headquarters of NASCAR when they saw that clip from. I was just about to say Steve Phelps. He is no longer with NASCAR. Steve O'Donnell, the president of NASCAR, Jim France, among others, and when they saw that, their eyes had to have lit up, and they're like, "Oh,
Like, what did he say?
yeah."
Signs.
It's like, hey, sponsors, do you have a couple $1 million to convince Dale to come race with us next year?
Because how would that be? That'd be cool.
Do you, again, we sit here in these 3 and 4 chairs acting like we're so freaking gullible that this wasn't planned. Do you think Dale would actually drop that out there without talking to someone higher up in the NASCAR?
No, he doesn't need to talk to someone higher up with something like that.
Danica Patrick's not going to NASCAR either, Crash Gladys said
I
15
didn't
years
think
ago.
she was, but I also I will bet my life that he did not have to talk to Steve O'Donnell. Hey, I'm going to say
I didn't say he
this.
had to. He just said, look, guys, I'm going to drop this out
No.
there.
You're Dale Jr., you can do whatever the hell you
You
want.
guys also said to me, no, there's no way Dale Jr. is going to cover the Indy 500. Well, guess what happened? He covered the Indy 500 when NBC
I don't
picked it
think
up.
we disagreed with you on that.
Because you know that I was 1 for 1. I went 2 for 2 on that.
Wow.
We also said that he would never bring JRM to the Cup Series, so
I
there's
did
that.
say that.
You said
Never
that?
say never.
I said he shouldn't.
Oh, you said okay.
I said he shouldn't. I said he should stay the hell away from the Cup Series and enjoy his family. I'm not lighting up, guys. I'm not going crying on this one. That he should stay away from the Cup Series and spend this time he can never get back
Yeah.
from his children at this age. And whether it's, who cares? Dale Jr. walks through the gates, he punches tickets. Okay, he gets in a race car and finishes 32nd. Great. I have a chance to go see the Scorpions, Guns N' Roses, Now, I'll go see Metallica. They still sound freaking badass. But there are bands that I want to remember when I saw them in their prime. And granted, when Dale Earnhardt Jr. retired, he really wasn't in his prime, but he could still drive. And like we saw with Cleetus and Tony Stewart, they're different animals, but at the same time, it's everybody watching the truck race was hoping that Tony Stewart and Cleetus and Travis would be contending for the win. Didn't happen. The luck of Dale Jr., a lot of luck has to happen with Dale Jr., any driver to win the freaking 500. We all know that. I just want to remember Dale Jr. as waving goodbye. What the freak was the car? Mountain Dew? What the hell was the car?
Exalta.
Was
The red
it was
Exalta
the
car.
'88 kind of throwback Dale Jr. last ride Exalta. That
Last two
looked
shout out,
awesome.
though.
I have the hat. I should have brought the hat today.
Like I said, I want to remember that, and I don't even remember that. I'm just against dudes, men and women, coming back to try and capture some of that electricity that they had in the past.
Like a Brett Favre. Like,
Lindsey Vonn.
oh, maybe.
But she made. I mean,
But
she was still winning races at 40+
Yeah.
years
She
old
was. She
prior
was.
to the Olympics.
Like Judas Priest, Rob Halford still sounds awesome. He's 71, 72 years old. I'll see Judas Priest as long as he's fronting it because he's not going to fool you. Skinner and Priest are my two favorite bands, absolutely. But not one remaining original member is with Skinner. And this is tough for me to say, but I won't see Skinner now. It's just I want to remember Leonard Skinner at least with Gary Rossington and that black hat and that cherry sunburst guitar.
The Gibson.
Ripping through Freebird and Give Me 3 Steps and Call Me the Breeze. I don't need to see Dale Jr. coming out there punching tickets, waving and finishing 25th. I just don't need to see it.
So the last time you saw Skinnerd, it was the newer Skinnerd, was when we got Henley backstage. She was probably 4 years old,
Right.
and so that's going to be your last time.
Probably.
And the
It's
reason
the
that-
last time I'm going to make an effort.
The reason that one resonated was just to get Henley to see the music
Yeah.
and be with the band.
And Gary Rossington was living then, and it was and she got to meet Gary. She got to
Yeah.
meet Ricky Medlock. Listen, Ricky Medlock is frankly one of the OGs
Yeah.
from Leonard Skinner. But when Skinner dropped their first album, he was not with the band. But prior to them dropping albums, Ricky Medlock was part of Skinner. I get that. But as far as the first album goes, and then there is no original member. Johnny Van Zant, love the guy. I had the guy, sounds so stupid. I had this freaking guy in my bedroom at my mom and dad's house. Slow down. Slow down.
Showing him your rock
Showing
stuff.
my rock star stuff and my Skinner stuff and pieces of the airplane that crashed. I drove him
that's
home
right.
from a club. It's the Johnny Van Zant band. Oh, my
What?
God. Yeah. I don't know, Cole. Settle down.
You dropped some Van Halen news with the Zane Smith thing we
Yeah.
did earlier. What? This is insane.
I know it's stupid. It's stupid.
No, it's awesome.
If someone could ever encapsulate what I have done in 300 pages for a book or a movie, it would be huge. The problem is getting people to read it and see it. Like, who the hell is this guy, Kenny Sargent? What? That's a freaking fallacy. That's a fairy tale. No, it's not.
You lived it.
Hey, Almost Famous. This is actually reminds me a little bit of
Ah,
Almost Famous.
nice.
Great movie, similar idea.
A lot of that.
Yeah.
Penny
A
Lane.
lot.
Fun fact, I'm in Almost Famous.
No,
No,
you're
what?
not. What?
How we-
What is this? Are you kidding me?
I just watched that movie for the first time like 3 or 4 months ago, actually.
That movie's incredible.
I love that movie. Yeah.
Elaborate.
You
Can we-
can't.
can
You
we
can't
elaborate?
see me. You can't see me.
Damn it.
I know. It's in one of the Hyatt Riot big hotel lobby scenes. Now I was up close to the cameras. They cut my seat out. I was so.
Still.
But I was probably on set for 4 or 5 days. It was insane. Yeah, and then you can't see me at all.
That's
because
nuts.
my big part was cut out. But it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
So, Cole Cusimano, when you and I break bread again and start hammering some of that snappy Rebel root beer whiskey, I'll share some stories. I'll share Pink Floyd stories. I'll share me turning down a doobie from that guy, playing pool with Roger Waters of Pink Floyd. When he was on a solo.
I didn't even know that.
But this was backstage on one of those little small tables. He and I were playing pool. The Pink Floyd thing was just bananas. I can't even tell that story. I cannot tell.
I bet.
Paul Stanley calling my girlfriend at the time, wanting her to come back to his hotel room of Kiss. Triumph's bass player hitting up on my girl, the same girl. Let's go back in the bus. What else happened? Oh, Ted Nugent at the Texas Jam. I'm there with Q102, and I'm 25 years old. Oh, my golly, all these people are going on stage. What's going on? And my girlfriend. Up walks Nugent in front of 80,000 people with 10 girls, and there's my girlfriend in the skimpiest ass outfit dancing behind Ted Nugent. Same girl, man.
So wait a minute. 3 girlfriends were taken by celebrities right from out from underneath you.
Wrong.
No?
Same girlfriend.
Same girlfriend 3 times.
Then 2 years later, she became a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Hey-oh!
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
So yeah, I say if you could just get someone to my movie or to my book, it would be legendous, almost famous, as Richie said. So getting back to my whole Dale Earnhardt Jr. bit, I understand you guys because did you see him race?
Yeah, of
Right,
course.
you did.
Yeah.
Then why do you want to see him go back and kind of maybe suck? What's so thrilling about that?
Because it's an Earnhardt at Daytona, and it doesn't really matter. He has that skill. I think he'll always be competitive at Daytona. This is a guy that almost or probably should have won the Bristol night race in the Xfinity Series like 3 years ago, and that wasn't even a super speedway. This is his best discipline. He'll have one of the best equipments in the field, whether it's HMS affiliated or JRM affiliated. And we saw Jimmy Johnson last year in the 500 finish 3rd with crap equipment. So like, if it's an Earnhardt at Daytona, it sells tickets. It would bring eyes to the sport. I see no problems with that at all.
Yeah, this is like completely different. I don't know if you guys saw the news this week. There was Netflix is doing a fight between 2 retired MMA fighters, Ronda Rousey, who hasn't fought in a decade, and Gina Carano, who hasn't fought in 15 years and was on a Star Wars show there for a bit. And they're going to fight on Netflix in 2 months over the summer.
Oh my God.
Now that is being washed up and
That's-
and running out of money. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is a completely separate thing. Like from his perspective, like he's trying to make money too, right? For JRM and for his sponsors, like
He's relevant to the sport.
he's relevant for the sport. He still races. It's not like he's he was more or less forced to retire due to injury and his concussions, unfortunately. So it would be massive for the sport. I would like to see just one last time, like as an adult, because his last Daytona 500 was 2017. So I wasn't the biggest NASCAR fan at that time,
Right.
really. So I would love to see it happen just one more time in a junior motorsports car. I think is what would make it so cool that it's an Earnhardt at Daytona one last time in a car for a team that he owns. Mm-hmm. And we're doing this show on the 25th anniversary of the death of Dale Earnhardt.
Right.
Solid,
And unfortunately, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated does not exist anymore. Actually, I was actually watching the Fox Sports documentary, which is I forget the name of it, but I was watching. It's on YouTube now, by the way, so you can go check it out. And I think it was Ryan McGee was explaining, like, listen, if Dale was still alive today, Dale Earnhardt Incorporated would still be around. That organization would have multiple championships at this point in time. If Dale was still around and running that organization, Dale Earnhardt Jr. never would have left. He still would have been. Would have still been driving for them for a long time. Maybe won championships with them. And so I think it's just interesting to point that out too. But we do have an update because I did tease with an update before we move on.
All right.
I know we've talked a long time before this update.
It's called a tease, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the thing. It's never going to happen. So we just spent
Yeah.
10 minutes talking about it for no reason, ladies and gentlemen. Because Dale Earnhardt Jr. replied to another reporter who tweeted out that same video that we just played for you a little bit ago and said, I only wanted folks to know Amy wasn't to blame for my retirement back in the day. I felt she got some unnecessary blame back then. I won't be racing Cup, but she's not the reason.
All right.
Won't be
Story
racing
over.
Cup.
Good.
Oh, he did say Cup. Yeah. I won't be racing Cup. Well, that is the Daytona 500, though. So.
And I mean, I wouldn't expect him to run a track like Daytona anyway, just because the concussion issue. So no surprises
And he's been
here.
one of the most outspoken people as far as the product currently.
Yeah.
At the super speedways being really, really rough.
Mm-hmm.
So you would not enjoy it.
No.
So there it is, Freak Nation, breaking news, and then we broke some more news right here in the Freak Nation. Bang. Well, we didn't hear your opinion. Would you have liked to have seen Dale back in the car? I can tell you where she's going to go with this.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
I would. Then why? Okay, why are we even doing this?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
It's not going to happen. So.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, I mean,
unless a sponsor shows up with millions of dollars and said, "Hey, Dale, we will sponsor your car." You can't. It's hard to turn that down.
Unless the sponsor is like absolute complete styrofoam to go around his head and never let his head shake if he gets hit. I mean, he cannot. Physically, he cannot get hit hard in a car again, or he might lose his eyesight.
On the super speedway, yeah.
Honestly, yeah. So that's all health and safety.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
would I like it? Yeah.
And where's I'm sorry, I'm walkie-talking with my daughter right now to bring my phone down. One freaking hit to the noggin.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would not.
It's not worth
And
it.
selfless
Not
bastards
worth it.
like Cole.
Oh,
I didn't say it when it was. I never said that. Roll the tape. Roll. She's still texting me. I'm gonna do this live on
do it.
live on YouTube. Freak
And they
Nation.
were live
on YouTube.
My beautiful daughter is upstairs, doing what she should do and
Homework.
studying.
she's
Henley,
coming down
can you
now.
go get my phone, please? No.
You might as well just have her come on the
She
camera.
is. Yeah, she is. All right.
Yeah, come on down here, Hen.
Come on in, babe. Our wonderful daughter gets out of school. Just what? Just come here. Just watch your step.
Come on in.
So essentially, this studio is our dining room, and yep, there we go.
There it is.
Hey,
Crasher, you just want to give him our address where we are too? Jesus, man, we're on
We
Fox
pay
Sports.
we pay big money for the penthouse suite to
Of
do this
course.
show.
We're on Fox Sports
course.
FS2. We're not on Wade's World.
I was under the impression we were in the air as I'm flying this deal.
oh,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
You know, we kind of just,
He's a helicopter pilot.
Sorry.
yeah, we kind of ruined that.
How
Gonna have to
awesome
change
is that?
tag there? Huh?
Over Cody's left shoulder is the dude that hit up on my girlfriend right there.
Oh, baby.
Paul Stanley.
Next story, Richard C. Suave.
Let's get into. I teased this a little bit earlier. So the other big story came out of Door Bumper Clear this week, and I'm excited for Cody Big Johnson to get a hold of this because I know he's going to get pissed off at me and Freddie Kraft for what he said. So Door Bumper Clear was reacting to some of the racing that we saw in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series and in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. I'm 2 for 2 on that already today.
Good job.
I'm so proud of myself for doing that. And in terms of Cletus McFarland being able to start in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series and wrecking out very early in that race, and then Natalie Decker having a very obviously poor decision making and a wreck at Daytona on Saturday night in that race. So here's Door Bumper Clear reacting to Cletus McFarland and Natalie Decker.
This is going to be very unpopular, and I'm sorry, but what are we doing? Are we trying to get the best race car drivers on the racetrack, or are we trying to get the biggest social media followings?
Yeah, let's just get. I'm gonna buy 5 million TikToks, and I'm gonna make a bunch of friends, and do some street stock racing, and next thing you know, I'm gonna be driving a top 5 truck.
A system should not be based on participation. It needs to be based on results. This guy run 2 plate races last year, wrecked in both of them, wrecked half the field in one of them from trying to do a restart, talking about Cletus. And then we're just lucky the other night that he didn't wipe out half the truck field because when he spun, he went down instead of up. I'm sure he's a great guy. He seems like a phenomenal person. He's got great car control. The videos that I watch, he drives anything in the world. He's not ready for what he's doing. I want to make it clear that it's not Cletus's fault, but it's NASCAR's fault.
At the end of the day, you've got this guy with, a ton of followers that,
he
you're
can
trying
bring
to,
a lot to the sport.
Yeah, he can
from
bring a lot
marketing
to the sport.
Yeah, but go through the system like
I
we
know,
all had, like you had, like Luke has, like run modifieds, run late models, run. Go through the system, learn how to race, do all the things that we all have to do to get to the places. Spend the money like we all had to get to certain spots.
It feels
right?
like a movie. Like,
you just
it feels
don't
like
show up.
It feels like Impractical Jokers, where like there's somebody in a room somewhere being like, okay, now wreck half the field.
All right, I'm just going to take this straight off the rip.
Oh, go.
Of
Go,
all of
Cody,
the
go.
people.
Cody, I'm going to put you on hold for just a second.
All right.
No, he's ready to go.
He's rearing.
I want Big
He's
Johnson
wasted
pissed
opportunity.
off.
You will appreciate this. Cole Cusimano, Riley Herbst, average finish in the Cup Series is
26.9.
The reference they made about having the best drivers in the best series is bull S. You do not have the best drivers in the series.
Okay.
Money pays and buys seats. Riley Herbst, again, average finish in NASCAR Cup Series?
26.9.
Your argument right there is shot down.
Okay.
Cody, go ahead.
All right. So I have a list here. Thank you to some AI help. All of these drivers wrecked in their inaugural rookie year at Daytona 500. Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, Jimmy Johnson, Danica Patrick, Eric Jones, Daniel Suarez, Brad Keselowski, Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, Chase Elliott, Larson, Ty Gibbs, Taylor Gray, and Johnny Sauter.
Ooh.
There's some names in there that made a name for themselves with a little bit more practice. All right, that's the first race of the season. That's just, how are we going to get any farther if we don't give him seat time? The man can drive anything, just give him a little bit of wheel time. He had 2 laps in that truck. I see the issue right there. The ARCA race was moved to Saturday. Not moved, but it was scheduled for Saturday.
Right.
That should have been on Friday or Thursday night.
To give him more
To
time.
give him 80 more laps that he completed. Thank you, Freddie Kraft. He completed that race. Let's get him back in the truck. Let's see what he can actually do with some seat time.
The reference you made to the ARCA series was let him do the ARCA series on Friday to get some seat time in order to run the truck race. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Because it was on Saturday. He had to run the trucks first.
Because he ran the ARCA series
Yes.
last year.
Yes.
Yep.
I honestly don't know where he finished in both of those races. I
Got
think
it.
he wrecked, but he finished this one.
ARCA series last year at Daytona finished 30th, and then in his other starts, Talladega finished 10th at Talladega, 9th at Charlotte, and 17th at Bristol.
I mean,
in his starts
So,
last year.
so to me, this smells like jealousy. It smells like everybody else had to work, and he just comes in and gets it. But he drives everything. Like, look at his Crown Vic races. He has superstars from NASCAR. He has other disciplines come in, motocross riders, all kinds of things, or all kinds of people and disciplines come in and race against him. He has beaten them multiple times. Travis Pastrana raced
Crown
them.
Vics.
Hey, they're Crown Vics, but
They're
it's
beasts.
something.
They're love
It's
machines,
something.
baby.
He's getting practice.
I've
where he
won in
can.
some Crown Vics myself.
I don't know anybody
Not
else that runs a
driving 'em.
racetrack, and
Okay.
you know.
You have a point.
Well, who wants this? Well, yeah.
Well, here's
Go ahead, Crash.
Here's the deal. It's what they made on the point they made on Door Bumper Clear as well. Is this Cletus's fault? No, excuse me. It is NASCAR's. I need water.
Okay.
It's you. I 100% agree with you, Crash. I think Cletus is he's the epitome of what DBC was just talking about. He's a social media star who's trying to become a race car driver who's not yet ready for the big time. Dale Earnhardt Jr. made this point too on his podcast. He's like, listen, Cletus, if you are actually wanting to do this full time, prove it. Go race in the car series on a weekly basis. Go put the work in. I want to see the work put in from Cletus McFarland before he starts getting starts in the Xfinity series. Damn it, son of a bitch.
So good.
I
2 for 3.
I do want to add in that Cletus has never one time said that he wants to be a full-time driver in NASCAR. He has
So
only stated
why is he doing it then?
He has only stated that he wants to race in the Daytona 500. Crash, win, anything. He wants to be in the 500 at some point.
Well, then you have no business being the Daytona 500 if you're not a real race car driver.
I disagree with that.
You don't.
There
Like
is
what?
there is that.
This is
provisional-
one of
there
the
is,
biggest
yep,
races in
Elio.
the world, and you'll be like, "Hey, I want to race in the Daytona 500." Well, go and freaking prove it, dude. You just don't get to race in the Daytona 500 just because you want to do it. I want to race in the Indy 500.
What do you think
Does
this
that-
man is trying to do? How is he supposed to get there if he doesn't run the arc of the truck? He's taking steps. He's failing at these steps, but
Put a
he's
split
taking
screen.
them.
Put a split screen on, guys. Put a split screen. Would you?
Well, look, somebody has to figure that out first. Richie, you go.
All right.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like like you said, when you just say that he doesn't want to be a full-time race car driver, then why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? If you want to race the Daytona 500, put the G-dang work in and go out there and race all these tracks for a full year. Go full-time in ARCA series for a full year. Learn how to drive a freaking stock car, and then maybe you can get the shot. But if you don't want to be a race car driver, then don't do it. Then don't even show up.
You got to realize, if he's only wanting to do the 500, I don't think he has time for all that. Look at what else he has on his plate. He has a gazillion other things. If he just wants to race one race a year or 2 races a year at the speedways, I don't see an issue with this. He's not running for no Cup championship, Richie. He just wants to drive in the 500. That's it.
And he doesn't deserve it. It should be a meritocracy. And he doesn't deserve it, man.
Well, here's the deal. Essentially, provisional or not, you still need to qualify. Well, I guess if he takes the celebrity provisional, what do they call that provisional? And it is just for the Daytona 500.
Yeah, I forget what the exact terminology is for that.
But it's
William
what
Shatner in there.
It's what Elio Castroneves had 2 years ago. It's actually what Jimmy Johnson used this year and probably will use again next year.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike Wallace, Kenny Wallace and Rusty Wallace, brother, couldn't run a race because they didn't feel he had enough seat time. Was that the Xfinity Series or was that Cup Series last year before?
I think it was the Daytona 500.
Yeah,
it was
the 500. Yeah,
like
but
that was the
Cleetus can get a
500.
truck ride on the same track with nothing near the seat time that Mike Wallace
Because
has
it's
had.
trucks versus Cup. I'm just saying.
Trucks have still killed drivers.
Yeah, absolutely.
True.
I think what you said, Cody, is what needs to be discussed. You said he wants to drive the 500. That's what he would be driving. He wouldn't be racing. He needs to commit to this, like Frankie Muniz did. It's a perfect example. Frankie Muniz, actor turned racer, later in his career, obviously, in his late 30s, early 40s. He ran a full ARCA schedule, ran a full truck schedule, and now he's getting these opportunities in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. So if you want to run a race like the 500, you have to have the seat time like you've been campaigning for, like we all agree with. But that's not going to come unless you run a full schedule, whether it be ARCA or trucks. I don't think there's a way he can get accepted to run the 500 without running a full truck series schedule and probably a part-time O'Reilly schedule. So he has to commit to it. I know he has a lot going on his plate with the YouTube videos he does and all that, but
And the drag races.
Drag racing and all that. And the talent's there. Like Reggie brought the numbers up. Top 10 at Talladega, 17th at Charlotte, which isn't even a speedway. I don't know how many cars were in that race, but that's still pretty impressive. So we know he can drive.
Bristol.
I'm sorry?
He also ran at Bristol and finished that.
Exactly. So the talent's there. It's just a matter of the consistency and the seat time.
I'm with you. He does need more seat time. Absolutely. But you also got to realize, too, his biggest mentor just passed away. So he's not going to get as many opportunities as would have been given to him in that with Greg. You know, Greg would have been there to tell him not to do dumb shit.
Yeah, I get that.
Which Frankie Muniz is running trucks. He's not running the O'Reilly Series.
No,
He's had some starts.
But
like,
full time in the trucks, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I said full-time ARCA, full-time trucks, and then he's made starts in the O'Reilly
Got it.
Series.
All right.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening to you.
Thanks.
Jesus.
At least you're honest.
Yeah. My point is he should not have been in there, but I don't care. The rules are the rules. If anybody wants to kick some ass, you kick NASCAR's ass for allowing that to happen. And on the other side, the eyeballs and the numbers. Did we ever find the ratings for that race, Richie? At least for the first 5 laps? Did we ever find that?
Adam Stern on Twitter is usually one that deals with that. I have to look it up and see, and it's probably out there somewhere at this point in time. So I don't know how many people tune on TV, but I mean there were like 50,000 people watching his in-car on YouTube alone.
That is sick.
Jeez.
Yeah,
that is.
I believe when it wrapped, it said there was 247,000
on the in-car.
views on the in-car camera
Right.
alone.
Oh my God.
And it was like a 17-minute video that NASCAR eventually uploaded.
I was there. I was there for the beginning of the truck race, and when he crashed, I was there. But leading up to qualifying and the race itself, I'm not saying it was the Beatles by any stretch, but this guy, the following that he has, and actually the residual that we got on social media from anything that we would post from this guy was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that, again, if you're going to start talking to hardcore racers, that there's got to be a different way to do it. But if the rules are the rules, have at it, man.
I don't have an issue with him starting in that truck race because he had a decent amount of seat time in ARCA, but we're talking between Cup and trucks. There's a big difference. And as far as like him being a social media star and being in the truck series and running all these races, I have no problem with it either. Freddie Kraft brought up, they're looking at followers as a measure for who's going to start these races. It's no different than journalism right now. These people that hire journalists look at your followers to see if you're going to be worthy of being brought on board. So I mean, obviously it's different when you're comparing journalism to racing, but it's the same thing.
But it's
you
the
know?
same concept.
Same concept, yeah.
By the way, I looked up Adam Stern, and I see ratings for the duels, I see ratings for Cup, and I see ratings for O'Reilly. I almost said Xfinity, and nothing for trucks. So that's weird.
Cover up. Conspiracy.
Gotta keep him out. So, Cody, when he wrecked, who kept you off the ledge? Who held you back? We're going full-fledged, handle up.
It wasn't that big of a deal to me, truthfully.
What?
Truthfully. I wanted to watch him run the whole race, of course, but we all knew.
Right.
We all knew. 2 laps of practice,
Yeah.
we knew this was going to end up rough. That's all. I wasn't devastated, as I should be, I
Bro,
guess.
I can, and this is, again, we're all about humble brags here. I've driven a stock car at almost regulation, and then I've driven a truck series car. And the difference in those two is night and freaking day. This was, what was it, Crasher, 2006?
Mid-2000s, yeah.
Yeah, at California Speedway on that big-ass track. And it's like you are driving a billboard.
Talking
with
about the
wheels,
truck.
Driving the truck. Holy smokes. I can only imagine when you're in the middle of 30 other trucks trying to hold that thing down. Come on. I was trying to hold on with this oversized freaking fire suit that wouldn't stop any damn fire.
Just real quick, completely changing gears, but on the ratings conversation real quick, I find it interesting that we are on Wednesday. Usually we do get ratings by this point in time. Like I said, the O'Reilly ratings just came out, 1.812 million, 340,000 viewers in the adults 18 to 49 demographic, the best for an event in that series since 2018.
Whoa! Nice. Okay, that's big.
Which is awesome. But the thing we have yet to see is the Daytona 500 ratings, which conspiracy theory alert is they're worried that they're going to get beat out by the NBA All-Star Game, which was also happening on Sunday
I
afternoon.
thought we did have those.
No
we don't.
way.
I haven't seen them yet. I haven't seen the ratings yet for the 500.
You think the holiday has something to do with this? Because typically...
No, that's right. Monday was, yeah.
Right?
Play along with my conspiracy, okay?
Sorry, buddy.
Damn it.
You're right. It is only Duel and O'Reilly. I almost said Xfinity again. Duel and O'Reilly. But still, trucks. Come on. Cup.
What do the duels do? What are the numbers?
1.8 million, which is down slightly from 1.9 million last year, but essentially you can call that flat. It's basically the same.
Okay.
And I think that's great on a Thursday night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoa. It's a good crowd there.
It was.
For the duels. The truck race crowd was just, again, it's tough to make that front stretch look crowded, but it certainly was much different than any other truck race that I'd seen as far as numbers there in the stands and the infield. That's another story I know that we're not going to get to. The dude that jumped in freaking Suarez's face after the race. God.
And Ford, what's his name? Mike Ford?
Yep.
They are looking into it. They are trying to determine who that was, who had the pass, and who gave it to him. And no confirmation that yes, if they find him, he'll be banned. But I think that is the next step.
But really, is that bannable? He just went 47. That's all he did. He didn't punch.
Then he didn't punch him. You're right. There's no assault, but he did touch him. He just shouldn't have done it.
No.
Is it a permanent ban? Probably not. But should it be a ban for a couple of years? Yeah, maybe.
How do they do that? I've always wondered that actually for like streakers and such. They always say that you get banned or whatever and you can't show up. But how do they enforce that?
Yeah, I was always curious too.
Good question. I guess when you're just buying a ticket, I don't know how that can be enforced. I mean, it's not like they have, or maybe they do, and we don't know this. Not like they have AI cameras around this place.
Yeah.
And this face cannot enter this facility.
We are not alone there, Freak Nation. Last story before we tease Alex Palou.
So an addendum to the same Cletus conversation is this conversation revolving around Natalie Decker, who started the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race
There you go.
on Saturday. She's been in NASCAR for about a decade or so. I think this was her first race back after the birth of her kid.
I believe so, yeah.
Which is cool, so congratulations, Natalie, to that. But anyway, so can you play this crash, Cody? And we can talk over the top of it, or...
All that started
and I'm not sure he got real heavy damage.
Yeah, it looked like Jeb was kind of holding his line right there. I don't know if Ryan knew that he was inside of him, but started to slide down just a little bit. Oh, Sam Mayer. It's Brandon Jones. You see Jeremy Clements come in there. You can't stop. When you watch this, one thing that you can't see on the screen is how much oil is all over the track. You hit the brakes, and the brakes work, but the tires just don't stick to the track. Can't slip. Oh, man, that's a late hit. Really late.
8 cars involved.
Oh, watch this right here. Yeah, you see, she's trying to get up. There's nowhere to
Darlington
go.
striping it there.
It's got to slow down prior to getting there. What a hit, though. Sam had no idea that that was coming. Let's hear what Natalie Decker had to say.
F***ing kidding me? That hurts so bad. Why the did he roll off the track? Who the was that? That pisses me off so much. That f***ing hurt. Holy
Eek.
There you go. So that caused a little bit of controversy this week as well.
Yeah, I'll take it
Who
first.
said it was controversial?
Oh, just about everyone in the motorsports world on social media.
Mm-hmm. Why was it controversial?
Because it took her 6 business days to hit them.
Here's what's
I saw
controversial.
other drivers going by just as slow as she was.
She wasn't going as slow as other drivers were going by.
She was going slow. I watched it many times.
I've watched it many times too. She seems to go not at full throttle. Some people are trying to claim that. No, it's not at full throttle. She seems to be going faster than she should be through a crash scene.
Right.
But we don't know that for a fact.
We don't know for a fact. You are right. We don't know for a fact.
My eyes tell me she wasn't.
She's cold trickling it. But she also said, why'd he come up the track? Like he had any control.
He didn't
You got to
have any-
anticipate
See,
that
that's where I was
he has
gonna
no
go with it.
control
He
over that.
She just got her ass kicked. How much dumb shit have we heard drivers say after they had their ass kicked? What she said was dumb. Male drivers say dumb shit all the time. Do we come hard after them
All right,
like
that's a
that?
point. That's a point.
She said dumb shit. We've always talked about the 10-minute rule. When these guys get out of a car, let them cool. Guys, you've been just going 200 miles an hour for 5 hours. Hey, man, what did you think about so-and-so? Oh, he's an asshole. So what if she said that? Was it how she said it that it was a female voice?
No, I think it's different if it's an isolated incident, but this has happened numerous times throughout her entire racing career.
That she's talked like that?
That she's been a liability on track, essentially.
Do you know what she did in the Daytona race last year?
She had a pretty good finish, right? She finished like
Kenny
top 15.
with his notes. Well, let me tell you.
Well, for the 2025 Daytona Xfinity race, Natalie Decker finished 22nd, ahead of Nick Sanchez and Eric Almirola and Austin Hill. What did she do for the 2024 Daytona Xfinity Series race there, Cole Cusimano? She finished 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse
Remember
Love, 19th. Sammy Smith, 21st.
Okay.
Jeb Burton, 26th. Oh, DNS from Frankie Muniz, Daniel Suarez, and Sam Mayer. And this is a girl. Let me back up just a second. Sometimes I'll come at something just intentionally be different.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes I will consult with my brother from another mother, Kenny Wallace, because he and I think a lot alike
You
in
do.
many different areas. And there are other areas we don't think a lot alike. And when I thought, I might come at Natalie here, but I'm very careful going after women and minorities in any sport because of what they've had to do to get there. And I'm going to paraphrase some of the things that Kenny was saying. It sounds like I wrote this damn thing. But one of the things Kenny was talking about was the backlash just crossed the line. I don't see Door Bumper Clear or anyone else going after stupid shit that male drivers have done like this. The vitriol. You look at the social media posts. How quickly we forget about Catherine Legg. She got her ass handed to her. But man, we're quick to go after Natalie. Bam! A mother, a woman that is trying to get cake to run a freaking race car. That's her money right there. I know all about trying to get money to fund a freaking show. I know all about that. So for us to go after someone because she's not like us, she's not white, she's not 25, and she doesn't have a $2 million ride like Riley Herbst. It's money that she's grabbed. We had her on for
It was Daytona a couple years ago.
Was it Daytona when she was sponsored, when she was promoting a thriller,
It was a horror flick.
Horror movie that she went out and worked
We
at
have the
herself.
coffee mugs for it.
Yeah.
They're right over there, and I can't think of what it's called.
What?
But
I don't know about this.
If you look at what she did, she held her lane up to the right, up towards. She didn't intentionally go down and hit Mayer or Smith. Mayer couldn't see S, so his car went bam. What she said was wrong, but once she got out of the medical center, she corrected some things, and frankly, if I was her, I probably would have went more nuclear than what she did. But she positioned herself well. She said the right things. And I think what this also leads up from is there's that picture of her taking her fire suit off and showing her in her bra with the comedian.
Bert Kreischer.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's known for just taking his shirt off.
Mm-hmm.
But how soon we forget there are men walking around. There it is. Nice job. There are men walking around showing everything but their freaking donut. And I brought back a picture, Crasher. I wanted Cody to show this. I don't know where you were in '99 when Brandi Chastain won the World Cup with that final.
I was in L.A., but not at the Rose Bowl.
With that final penalty kick and the grief that Brandi Chastain got for taking her shirt off and showing a sports bra was out of control. It reminded me of, well, granted, this was international. The grief that she caught.
Yeah, she did catch a lot of grief for that, and
But-
I don't think that was necessary.
No. And there's even a bronze statue of her outside of the Rose Bowl, that same pose that Henley got a picture of.
Yep.
And as I watched more of Kenny Wallace's bit, I thought, damn, I'm glad I didn't know Kenny Wallace growing up, because either one of us would be dead or both of us because of some of the ways that we thought. Because he's coming at, and it might be, frankly, that he's also a girl dad, and I'm a girl dad, and I've watched this woman to my right get her ass kicked by people. You should not be in motorsports. What are you doing calling a drag race? You're a B, you're a C. But she would say, get back up and just say, F you. I'm a woman. I need to be here. I'm here. I'm damn good. And my biggest selling point for Crash was always, she looks good, she sounds good, and she knows her ass about motorsports. And still, it's not as bad as it was when we first started this thing, when we had a girl, a black guy, whatever I am, and a comedian rolling through the pits, and these dudes would freaking stare at her, and the grief that she would catch. So I think I'm not going to say overly sensitive. I just think I'm sensitive, being the father of a girl, of a daughter, who fortunately, guys like you and Richard C. and Cody are going to run a much better freaking planet than my generation is doing. But seeing the vitriol that came after her, seeing the always wrecks, when, I'm sorry, DNFs from Frankie Muniz, Daniel Suarez, and Sam Mayer in the 2024. Sounds like those guys wrecked, whether it was their fault or not, as she grabbed an 18 spot. Natalie Decker, 22nd, finished ahead of Nick Sanchez, Eric Almirola, and Austin Hill. How many Daytona 500 wins, 5 Daytona wins does he have in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series? 4. But she finished ahead of him. So to hear, was it Door Bumper Clear that started this whole freaking...
A little bit, but even on social media over the weekend too, it was a lot of people, and I think it started with that picture with Bert Kreischer too. I think because we were talking a little bit about this before the show, and I think there's a massive difference between what Brandi Chastain did and what Natalie Decker's doing. Because when I saw that Natalie Decker picture, I just cringed at first. I was like, and the reason
why?
And the reason why I cringe, Kenny,
Why?
and there's a big difference between, like we were talking before the show, we have a lot of big time female athletes who are at the top of their game. They are elite level athletes who have succeeded at their sport and earned their place to succeed in those sports, who are going out and modeling, who are on the covers of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues, who are on the ESPN body issue, right? We were talking about Angel Reese before the show. Angel Reese gets a lot of flack too, and I can think it's completely unnecessary. She plays in the WNBA right now for the Chicago Sky. She won a national championship at LSU. She is one of the best in the WNBA, right, for a reason. She's an all-star for a reason. And she's a model, and she goes out and does these...
A role model. That's what you're saying.
No, a model. she's a model. She's showing up
and a role model.
on the front of magazines and such like that. And I think the difference
She's
between...
a fashion model, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of these female athletes, and Natalie Decker, frankly, is not an elite level athlete. I really don't think she is.
No.
She's had every chance in the world to succeed in NASCAR, and she has yet to do it.
But so she can't take her shirt off if you're not an elite level athlete.
That's part of the cringe. It's
Who wrote
she's
those
playing,
rules?
She's playing into the stereotype,
Yes.
her stereotype
Yes.
that she's created.
Who
Because
stereotypes women? Who does? Who
Men.
stereotypes women? Men.
It's culture in general.
Yeah.
Yes, the entire cultural. That was the biggest. It's like I look at Natalie Decker. When I think of Natalie Decker, I think of her as somebody who is trying to sell her sexuality,
Yes.
as opposed to an athlete. And that's where my problem comes in. You don't get that with these other women who are like Serena Williams and Angel Reese, and Lindsey Vonn and these elite level athletes who go out and do these types of things because they earn their spot because they go out and they win gold medals and they win championships and they're the best to ever do it. And Natalie Decker's just not that. So what does she have to do? She has to go and take her shirt off in pit lane with Bert Kreischer to try and garner attention so you can get her 2.5 million followers on Instagram just because she's good looking. Instead of going out and succeeding on the track and earning her place.
But why does that have to be a precursor for her to show herself? Why does that have to be a precursor?
Again, because she's playing into the stereotype.
What stereotype?
I just said it.
Sexuality.
But why does that? Again, if men are setting the stereotype, then she shouldn't have been sitting here 25 years ago, and I will not allow that to happen. I will not allow someone who has very little TV experience, Cole Cusimano, to be relegated just to a newspaper. Because I believe this guy has something. I mean, same with you, man.
Yeah,
I mean, look, the biggest Formula One fan. I mean, it's the stereotype is, and you say that word to me, it's like any other word that gets me riled up. Stereotype, marginalization gets me so fired up, and I'm doing my best to stay in this chair because I hate that word. I hate stereotypes. It's unfortunate that a lot of us still have to play by those rules, and we still have to play by our own rules depending on what we do. But when you use stereotype, you've got to be very freaking careful. Riley Herbst, where does he finish on average?
He ranked 35th of 36 full-time drivers last year in average finish.
Okay. So, Richie, I hear what you're saying. I'm playing devil's advocate here. I hear exactly what you're saying. We live in a sorry-ass society when we marginalize people. And as we've discussed this over the last 10 or 15 minutes, it has a lot to do with a mother who I saw get harassed. She's a beautiful woman, very strong woman, and a lot of the douchebag men that would hit up on her, happily married for 60 years, by the way. You could just and I witnessed that at 12 years. I witnessed her get jobbed at a I've told this story before. When she went in to get her Camaro repaired, it wasn't repaired. She went home and said, they didn't fix it. She went back up there. She didn't mother F the guy. She Southern belled the hell out of him and just made him feel about an inch tall. So watching my mom just exude greatness in a male-dominated world at the time, a sister who won't take no for an answer, and being married to a woman that really doesn't know any better than just to be who she is, and then be the father of a daughter, it's pretty thick in me about sticking up for women in any case, whether it's, let's go WNBA. Holy smokes. I don't want to go there. That's just, it's a whole nother animal. But I think we all have to, and I'm not trying to change your mind or your mind. Just be careful when you try to marginalize and stereotype somebody, because I guarantee I can find someone that you really like that just effed up as bad as she did. Right?
I don't disagree with you. Again, I'm just looking at her numbers, and the numbers tell the tale. The talent is just not there, and that's where my problem lies. It's like I cannot wait. We were talking before the show. I cannot wait to see Jade Abadizian, who just won a race.
Yes,
she just won a race.
Who's been in the Freak Nation, by the way?
Yes,
Jade's
like
amazing.
she's going out and she's putting in the work and winning races. I think Isabella Robusto in the ARCA series. I think she's shown some talent as well, and I can't wait to see both of those women hopefully show themselves and succeed as they continue their careers on. But in the case of Natalie Decker, it's just not there. Catherine Lake is the perfect example too. Like, she's gone out and she's raced everything she's gotten a chance to race in. And and her success level has been up and down, right? But like she's at least gone out and done it.
Well, what are these finishes that Natalie's had?
I
at
have
Daytona?
the numbers here. I have the numbers. So this, first of all, it's not like a sexist issue in my opinion. I would say that I said the same thing actually about Stephen Wallace back in the day in the Xfinity. Or
When
the
you say
Nationwide
stereotype,
series.
you got to be careful though.
Well, no, it's factually based. Natalie Decker's average finish in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series through 14 starts is 29.4.
Okay,
that's really difficult to do. In the Truck Series, where she has 32 starts, she has one top 10 and a 23.8 average finish.
Okay.
So the numbers are there to back it up. And I also wanted to add on to what Richie was saying about kind of associating her with being a sex symbol in the racing world. You go to her Instagram page, it's all thirst trap. It's all bikini pics, and that's pretty much it. Nothing to do with racing for the most part. Tony Breidinger, who is sponsored by Victoria's Secret, you go to her Instagram page,
and Canes.
There is not one single risque photo on her timeline. So that's kind of my pitch against Natalie Decker. And that, again, I cannot do what she does. She's driving a stock car. I can't do that. So I respect her for that. But the results are there to back it up that she's just not a Robesto, or any of these females that have legitimate talent that should be have marketed.
Okay, so it's results based.
That's Cole's. That's my and Cole's entire
results
argument.
based.
Okay,
yeah.
but what does it matter if it's results based? What does it matter if she's wearing a bikini on her Instagram?
Well, the bottom line is,
what does it matter?
Is she marketable? Yes, as a female, as a human being, yes. But I think where it changes is she marketable as a NASCAR driver? Maybe not necessarily, but is she marketable in general? Without question, because she is hot.
Tony, the thing that
she's got a fun personality.
Tony Breidinger, she's bringing in sponsors like crazy, and I really want her to succeed. And it's the same thing with Tony Breidinger. The results just haven't been there for her either, and it's frustrating because you walk into Raising Cane's right now, and there she is.
Yep.
There's Tony Breidinger.
Exactly.
You know who's not there? Joey freaking Logano, Kyle freaking Larson, Chase Elliott. You don't see those guys at any of these chain restaurants for the most part, right?
You see Tony Breidinger and Flavor Flav in Canes.
And
she
holds herself professionally. Like I said, you go to her timeline, it's all there's no risque photos, even though she is sponsored by Victoria's Secret. You go to Natalie Decker, it's all bikini pics. So it's, I don't know. I think it's just selling sex basically, and that's how she's trying to get these opportunities and the exposure, which is not right.
You know what this is getting into in Crasher, and you guys, I think you were there too, when our good friend Bo Brock and I got into conversation about when. Oh, what's his name? Was he with Cincinnati at the time, from Oklahoma, where he punched the girl in the face and still got the gig with...
the
big
elevator shot, right?
No, not that one.
Okay.
Not that one. Where...
Joe Mixon.
Yeah, Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
Where he punched his girlfriend or girl in the face, and it was just ridiculous. And, again, the father of a daughter. And that's where... Again, I can make an argument for everything that you're saying, but... we don't have 16 hours to go because there are drivers that have been welcomed back into the series for doing far worse than showing their belly. Far worse. They've killed people. They've maimed people. They've punched people. They've used racist epithets towards people, yet they're allowed to come back into NASCAR. So, but it's not worth going down that. So I expect everybody's opinion here. Absolutely. One thing I will just say, just be careful because SpeedFreaks, you couldn't put us in what the hell are you, man? And they would try and stereotype. Kenny Wallace example. You're from Southern California. You're from California. You must be crazy. No, I'm actually from Dallas. She's from Indiana, and Statman's from Columbus. We're just doing our show out of California, and we had a little different take. We weren't snorkeling the backside of freaking NASCAR at the time. So just be careful when you try, and I'm still guilty of it.
Oh, it's human nature.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are all guilty.
I'm still guilty of it. Just like Kenny Wallace said, it just crossed the freaking line when you're insulting her about always wrecking, insulting her baby, insulting her looks, insulting her talent, when she just beat a number of people at Daytona 2 years in a row that, frankly, are better drivers, but she still beat them. So just be careful when you start to stereotype people, because, my goodness, as we've learned, it can come back and stereotype you. I can't tell you the stories about her. It's crazy. And to this day, some of those dudes will come up and, hey, Grash. Hey, what's going on, man? Been a big fan.
Yeah, for what, a minute?
She had, and we talked about this. I love telling these stories. Sorry, guys. Crasher was doing top end, and you can finish this off for me. Was doing top end for the NHRA, and props to the NHRA for having a female.
That was the first female.
First female at the top end interviewing drivers once they got out of the car. And of all the criticisms that she faced, and she faced a lot of them, valid or invalid, came from one other female and blew me away. A woman that I idolized as a 10-year-old kid at Dallas International Speedway, and still have a picture of me, my little cotton top head with Shirley Cha-Cha Modowny at the time. Mm-hmm. And when she got out of her car at Pomona in, 2001? Or 2000?
No, it was Indianapolis.
Oh,
it was the big go. Yeah, it was Indianapolis, and she and I got into a very heated argument verbally, but it was basically because she and I are both hard-headed females, and neither one of us would back down. I don't even remember how it started, but it ended with her calling me a Betty Boop bitch. And that was very interesting. Fast forward to the end of the season, the awards banquet, we made up, and all was happy, happy, joy, joy. We're not the best of friends by any stretch of the imagination, but it was a very interesting dynamic for a couple of months. Yes. But I do believe that it started because I was young. I was new into the sport. She was retiring and out, and maybe wasn't as, I don't know.
Open-minded.
Not as open-minded, maybe, yes. But then things also changed as about a year after that. I'll never forget John Force pulling me aside and saying, "Hey, my girls are getting in the business, and I told them to watch you, and you're one of the first ones to show them that women are coming in the sport." And I'm like, "That's cool." And then Ashley started driving, and yeah, that made me feel a little better.
Can you put up some pictures of you in bikini so Cole can?
No, I won't.
I'm good.
I won't.
See there, Freak Nation. I just love this, man. I knew that we were going to get into this, and that's the whole authenticity that we've tried to bring with SpeedFreaks. Is just I value everyone's opinions. Absolutely. Is my opinion the ultimate finisher? No, it's not. Hopefully, I shared something with somebody out there about not stereotyping, and two, be careful how you criticize someone. And again, I'm not a religious guy, but there are many sayings in the Bible that a lot of people seem to believe is the go-to, that would say to you to not judge other folks. And I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to end the show on a freaking Bible verse.
I will say this, though, because I was not a fan of some of the things that I saw with Natalie Decker in Daytona, but I think where you nailed it was what she said when she was still in the car, right? No. That was absolutely incorrect. Sam Mayer did not intentionally come up the track. Did it hurt? Yes, but guess what? That's speedway racing. You kind of needed to be prepared for that. I did not see her post-medical center interview, so I don't know if she did correct it. At least you say she did. I'm going to take your word on that.
She didn't correct the instance per se, but she was not vitriolic towards anybody.
More even-keeled.
Yeah, and what I really liked about coming out of the care center was it reminded me of No S. She's the one that got the $400,000. I just know the feeling of trying to keep and hold freaking money when you know you've got 7 out of 8 cylinders to try and put this thing through. I know the feeling.
So that's where she's coming from, as she's spewing
like,
that in the car.
Yeah. That's right. It's like, just be careful. I don't have anything against Door Bumper Clear or anybody that went hard at her, but I'm just saying, just be careful, man. Because I could stereotype every one of those guys that said something really negative about her. So I'm not going to do that. I got better things to do, like make sure my damn girl becomes a freaking Olympic superstar goalkeeper.
Oh, my goodness. All right, are we going to blow this out?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, hold on. Okay, let's tee this up.
Okay.
Cole Cusimano. Now, where are you from 1 to 10, Cole Cusimano, and from an IndyCar fan?
1 to 10?
Yeah.
I would say I'm about an 8. 8, 9.
That's awesome.
He's up from 6'7".
So Cole Cusimano got a chance to hang out at Phoenix Raceway for a good long time yesterday for the first day of testing, where all the teams except for Prema were there testing.
Mm-hmm.
Crasher and I showed up about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and just the sound, the smell, it's like, yeah, it's IndyCar. But watching Cole talk to drivers and just kind of talk about the series is fun, because you forget about what it was like watching a series for the first time or the second time, or just not being fresh with it, or being fresh with it. Then came our chance to talk to Malukas and then Alex Palou and Chip Ganassi.
Mm-hmm.
Watching Cole Cusimano with Malukas and Palou, and then him watching Crash and me talk to Chip Ganassi was fun to watch from some dude that hasn't experienced IndyCar or, frankly, motorsports like we have, right?
Yeah, no, I loved it. It was amazing.
When you were talking to Alex Palou, did you even know you were talking to him, or were you so caught up in, God dang, can I say the right thing and not F this up?
I was like, I'm talking to Alex Palou right now. This guy's the GOAT right now in IndyCar and arguably in motorsports. So I was just, I mean, you know, I don't really get starstruck very much, but I was like, this is really cool. Like, what we get to do here is really awesome. And just kind of like put that in perspective and just really, I'm appreciative for it, you know?
Yep. Well, you're hanging up there, what do they call it, the Ally Suite, or what do they call it? The Ally Curve?
The Ally Curve.
Getting fed, people telling us to take the cookies home to our children.
Shunk wanted us to take all the food home. He's like, they're just going to throw it away. I don't want them to throw this food away. Don't make it go to waste. I'm like, I've eaten as much as I can. And, yeah, okay, I'll take your brownies. That's it.
And we've got a good 10, 12 minutes with Alex Palou that we will play Sunday night on FS2, Freak Nation. And we'll probably drop in some of our Chip Ganassi conversation.
Sweet.
On Sunday. We go so far back with Chip, man. It's...
Oh, I could tell. That was cool.
That's greatness.
There were several cuss words between Kenny and Chip. As you guys do that bro hug, you grab each other and pull each other in, and the back slap, and then
that's
it's just
big blank to you.
Cuss word, cuss word, cuss word, cuss
That's
word.
big blank 7 to you. Seven Indianapolis 500s. Because they were we didn't tell them why we were there.
Well, actually, I did at the top of the show. Cole and I did. I know we were having some technical issues at the time. But yes, to review, we were up at the Ally Curve Suites because this was the presentation for the Baby Borgs, which is basically this monstrosity of a trophy. Sorry, the handle is missing. But it's this. They get the size. Their size is about this, and theirs is real silver. And Alex Palou's had his real face down at the bottom. This trophy is over 6 feet tall. It is taller than Kenny. When Kenny stands up, he is stood next to it, and the trophy towers him. So this was the presentation of their Indy 500 individual trophies.
I'm 6 foot tall. It didn't tower over me.
Oh, it did.
Did it?
I have a picture.
Okay, then it was on the riser or something.
It was on its stand.
It was, well, whatever the hell is, Crasher, I'm 6 foot.
I know. And the trophy is a little more than 6
You are
foot.
stereotyping. We can't stereotype
stop it.
heights.
Yeah,
can't do that.
Yeah, at your age, you're shrinking. Stereotype.
That's an old person thing. But anyway, had a blast. Thank you, Borg Warner. The food was fantastic. The sunset was even more amazing. Guests, everything was great. And so, yes, fortunately, we had a chance to catch up with Chip Ganassi, team owner, now 7-time Indy 500 winner, and Alex Palou, 4-time champion, and now 1-time Indy 500 winner. And it was just the laid-back atmosphere. You couldn't ask for much better. But we had a little NASCAR creeping into the conversation, as this has mostly been a NASCAR show here today, which is why it was a little bit fitting to cut out some of the Alex Palou. The full interview will run Sunday night, and he's very witty. It's very good. But, yeah, let's take this on.
I actually think I do set it up perfectly. I don't need to intro it, but it has to do with Kyle Larson. A few years ago, Kyle Larson was here testing an open wheel.
That's all right.
And she froze.
That's a hell of a tease there, Freak Nation. Wow.
That's all you get.
Hey, did
a few
you know
years
that-
ago, Kyle Larson was there. Can we try it again? Or is it going to stick? Let's try it again.
That's all good.
Hold on. No, it's Crash. Hold on, man. There we go. Kyle Larson was here testing an open wheel car, getting set for Kyle Larson was here getting set for the Indianapolis 500. And he really grasped, at least from my perspective, how to drive that race car. You're a hell of a race car driver. And I don't know if you have this answer, but could you adapt to a big stock car as easy as Kyle Larson adapted to an Indy car?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. No, I'm joking. I think the talent that he has it's amazing. Like the ability he has to jump from a car to another car and be fast that quick is very impressive. I don't think it would be that quick, but yeah, maybe someday, hopefully, we can find out and be as competitive as he is. Yeah,
because you've seen it with, again, former Ganassi drivers with Dario, Juan Pablo Montoya go over there and they would struggle because it's just a beast to drive with power steering.
Yeah, and I think I would struggle a lot. Like, I think the way the cars are, like how they handle, how they race, I think I would struggle. Like, it's not something that I think that I would be, oh yeah, that would be easy. I think I would struggle a lot. And the fact that you have people like Kyle going from NASCAR to IndyCar, I think it's probably even a tougher move. So yeah, pretty impressive. He's one of the best drivers in the world. Yeah, for sure.
There it is.
What else are you going to say?
Alex Palou calling Kyle Larson one of the best drivers in the world. How about that, Max Verstappen?
Mm-hmm. It's Kyle Larson, Alex Palou, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen.
Oh, my gosh. It's all right, Richie. It's all right, Richie.
I've already gotten fired up twice on this show. I'm not taking the bait this time. Cole, you didn't even watch testing, so I don't know. You did not wake up at midnight or stay awake at midnight to watch Bahrain testing. I was awake until 2 a.m. watching testing last night.
Because he was at Phoenix Raceway all day yesterday watching IndyCar testing.
That was a compliment.
So you cannot speak.
I put him ahead of Max.
You cannot speak on Formula One unless you tune in and watch.
All right.
Hey, in all honesty, I saw some of the highlights. Didn't the power just look off on those cars? Is this the new package on?
Okay, so Cole and I were talking about this before the show.
Yeah.
People are completely overreacting because I was watching,
right.
and you can't tell the difference.
Really?
Unless you're being told and you're watching speeds, you cannot tell that this car is a little teensy bit slower than previous generation cars.
I was on my phone in my bed, so I wasn't listening to it. It just looked odd. Maybe it was just the camera angle.
Well, part of it is like the cars are a little bit different, so
Right.
they are going to look different. And the cars have less downforce, so they are harder to handle, which is why you maybe see guys going off more and struggling to turn the car in the corners. So,
so now the real cream will rise.
I think that's why I'm so excited about this season. Yeah,
that's actually, I like it.
Has Lewis got a shot?
Ferrari was fastest last week in practice, and Charles looked good today. So I think Ferrari may be on the uptick.
Very
However,
nice.
but there is a conspiracy. We got to
Yeah,
end the damn show.
We got to get out of here, man. We got to take a girl to.
Yeah, I got a conspiracy theory, but we'll leave that for another
Cody's
day.
wet his drawers when he heard Alex Palou talk about his boy Kyle Larson. So we got to go let him change his freaking drawers, man.
And we have the money stop coming up.
Yeah,
right?
man.
That's right.
Money Stop drops when, Cole Cusimano?
Every Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. This way you can maximize the odds presented to you before practice and qualifying. It's your most important NASCAR betting stop of the day. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram and everywhere in between.
TikTok.
Hey, who can you split?
TikTok soon, yes.
Cole and Richie? Can you split them? All right, hold a second. All right, it's okay. I think Cody just went to the bathroom already.
Yes, I hyped him up. I hyped Cody up too much for the show.
There's a poll right there. Screenshot that.
Yeah.
There's a poll. Who wore it better?
Listen.
Okay, right. Who wore it better?
Who wore the back hat?
Yeah.
Hold on. I got the more Supreme here. No. I was.
We don't
wearing
need to pontificate.
I was
bro.
wearing this. We walked in the studio today at 11:30 in the morning.
That's
I
right.
was
We're-
wearing this when I
What,
walked
was
into
it
the studio
backwards,
today
Richie?
too.
No, it wasn't.
It was
No,
not.
it wasn't.
No, I did. Yeah, me and Cole are twinning.
See, he
today.
stole me. He stole my thunder
Yeah.
there.
Well, get a close up of me, please. 'Cause I'm going to remind the Freak Nation. Your freakware, you can get it. Just go to our YouTube page and grab yourself some new freakware, Freak Nation. Cole definitely rates these hats from the Freaks with a SpeedFreaks logo back there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Logo on the front, logo on the back.
I already ordered one of those.
Get our freakware. I'm going to send you a shot of some girls in their bikinis, Cole. All right, man.
Okay.
We're going to get the hell out of here. Don't forget the Money Stop drops when?
Every Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Bang. And then, of course, the Freak Nation, Speed Freaks, every Sunday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern with nothing but bikini-clad women.
Oh, come
See ya!